Hi there, this is Suzanne Wagner again, and people ask me all the time, what can I expect to get out of a reading? And one of the reasons I use multiple tools is because I like to give a full rounded experience of a psychic reading. The astrology, what I do is I'm not actually doing your natal chart because most people don't give me their birth time, but they give me their birth date. So, what I do is I look at the year progression and what planets will be impacting your chart from your solar return forward. And so it's more of a broader general look, but you will get specific ideas and dates as to where you might have to pay attention and learn to be a little bit more conscious and a little bit more specific. From there, I actually go to the numerology. The numerology tells me what you've done very, very well in past lives, like what your gifts are. It also tells me what you were doing in your last lifetime. And so whatever you leave, wherever you leave off in your life, your last lifetime, you walk in still carrying that trait forward. And so it kind of bleeds into this life and you'll find it's affecting you in different ways. I'll also discuss in the numerology what your karma is. And so karma is about what you're learning, what you came in to learn, and what you came in to understand. And it's where your growth edge is, and it's oftentimes where you're a bit challenged. It's what you want, but it's oftentimes not the easiest thing to attain. I also tell you what your path is, and your path is kind of how you step on the path, and that will be how you experience your karma. And so the path is a very important number because it kind of tells you how you might experience your karma as you go along. And then your destiny number. Your destiny number tells me kind of what your ultimate goal is in this lifetime. And oftentimes we hit our destiny number the closer we get to 50. But it's sort of always there, kind of coloring our world. It's like this little goal that we're trying to pull towards often. Now, I'll also tell you your year number, so the pattern from your birthday this year to your birthday next year, and kind of what you want to be aware of throughout that entire year. It's kind of like that focus that you hold for that year. Then I do a general spread of cards, and I do a modified Celtic spread, which is associated with the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot deck, and this is the deck that I wrote my book on, that you can find on Amazon, and you can also find my numerology book on Amazon, or you can also buy it from me, and it is in Kindle format if you're interested in having it on your pad. In the tarot, I will look at what is the present problem, what your subconscious mind is doing around that particular problem, and what the future outlook is around that. In that spread, I will also discuss with you whether there's any karma that might be positively or negatively affecting it, so something that might be dragging you backwards that you don't know what it is, and then how that karma may be kind of sideways hitting you. So how it works in tarot is that what you've done in other lifetimes affects the present moment, but then it also will kind of hit you sideways or broadside. I also let people ask questions. I am perfectly capable of talking in the reading for 45 minutes all by myself. So some people just want to have a reading with me and come in and just let me do my thing. And then at the very end, they ask questions. But there are other people that come in that have big issues and burning questions, and they want a really specific answer, and they're like, no, I need to have this answer right now. And so I'm like, I can totally do that too. So I'm not attached to my format, but I will probably use that format, because if the astrology is saying a particular thing and then the numerology is saying a similar thing, but then the cards give a warning, you can see how that might be helpful to go, oh, we need to pay attention to this particular thing. Now, I also do channeling. I tend to channel people's guides and angels. Sometimes we run out of time in an hour session, which is why I also have hour-and-a-half sessions, because it's so hard to kind of get everything in all at once. And sometimes people come in and they want to do the numerology comparisons on their entire family. And just so you know, I don't really have time to do that in an hour reading. I can do one or two, maybe three people, but I really can't do like your entire family in one session as much as I would like to do that. So in the channeling, there are also people that sometimes are interested in mediumship. Now, mediumship is not my specialty. But it is something that hits me every once in a while. So I have been doing this my whole entire life, and what I pride myself on being is as honest as I can. So if I am experiencing a dead person, I will let you know whenever I notice it. If I don't experience it, I also will tell you that I'm not experiencing that. That doesn't mean that that's not there. It just means that for some reason, either that soul is not coming forth, or I don't have the frequency that I can dial in with that particular person. So if you want to do mediumship, I would prefer for you to call me first, and we can talk on the phone so that I can start to feel if I can connect with you and then connect to that dead person, so that you don't waste your money and you don't waste your time. Okay? So I hope this gives you a little bit of insight as to how I work. I also teach classes, and there are classes that are online. So my tarot class is online. The whole entire class is online, and you can do that totally for free. My numerology class is also completely online for free. And in my tarot, I also have just individual videos of each of the cards, which sometimes people find really helpful. So there's a lot of free information out there. I have a free newsletter. I have a free daily astrology numerology that goes out. And I put a lot of stuff out on Facebook on my fan page. So go exploring, and, have fun. And I hope that it's insightful for you and you learn something through that, because I think the most amazing journey is always the journey inward and the journey of the self, and the journey to discover who you really are and who you have been in other lifetimes and who you want to become. Thank you.